Promotions as incentives. Employee promotions from a lower job level to a higher level, such as being promoted from HR manager to HR director, have two main functions. One is to sort workers into appropriate jobs based on their knowledge, skills, and abilities. The other main function is to provide incentives to work hard and move up the job ladder. That is, the attraction of higher pay and more perks in a higher level job can be motivation to be a high performer in order to be promoted. This video focuses on this second function. It's useful to distinguish between two types of promotion systems. One promotes the winner of a tournament or a contest. For example, the salesperson who sells the most in a 6-month period could be promoted to be the regional sales manager. This involves direct competition and the prize is a promotion. The other promotes based on a performance standard. Everyone who meets some performance threshold, that is, clears some bar, is promoted. We'll analyze the incentive effects of this second type in this video, and then analyzing tournaments will be the focus of a class lecture. To model the incentive effects of promotion via performance standard, consider an employee who is currently paid W independent of effort and doesn't see a chance of being promoted. We can represent this graphically using the familiar approach. Pay is independent of effort, so it's a flat line at W. Let's add an indifference curve for a worker who likes money but dislikes effort. Economic theorizing predicts that such a worker will exert the least amount of effort possible that keeps their job. In other words, with this non-performance-based compensation plan, the worker is predicted to shirk. But now suppose the worker will be promoted and receive a pay increase of delta W if their effort meets or exceeds a standard EP. The compensation plan in the graph then has a jump equal to delta W at the promotion standard of EP because the worker's pay would be higher at effort levels above that standard thanks to the promotion. Now consider the predicted effort level when the worker factors in the opportunity to be promoted. Is it optimal for this worker to still shirk? No. The worker can achieve a higher utility by exerting more effort to get promoted and get more pay. More specifically, the worker is predicted to exert effort level EP. This is where the marginal cost of their effort equals the marginal benefit of their effort, so the promotion serves as an incentive to motivate more effort. And the optimal level of the incentive from the firm's perspective is one that gets the worker to work where the marginal cost of effort equals the marginal net revenue. So when effort is more valuable, establish a stronger promotion incentive. Note carefully that a promotion doesn't always serve as an incentive. It depends on the worker's perceived costs and benefits of working hard enough to get promoted. This graph portrays a situation where the worker is not motivated by the promotion opportunity. You can either think of this as the effort required is too high or the pay increase is too small. Notice, however, that if we increase the pay bump or reduce the standard, then the promotion might serve as an incentive. So the size of the promotion reward and the difficulty of the standard are key determinants of incentive strength. Also, greater uncertainty about the promotion, perhaps due to random factors beyond the worker's control, is the same as making the promotion harder to achieve and weakens the incentive. Increasing the base salary in the current job, however, does not strengthen the incentive. In fact, it may weaken it by making the current job more attractive. Also note that everything we've done here could apply to awards given when clear criteria are fulfilled. For example, giving out 5-star high-quality bonuses to everyone who meets some pre-specified performance target. The value of the award and how easy or difficult it is to achieve will determine the strength of the incentive. Don't confuse this with awards given to the winner of a contest, like an Employee of the Month award. Those will be analyzed with tournament theory. If we go back to the main graph, note that even though a successful promotion system motivates additional effort, there is a shirking element to it. Can you see it? It's because the worker is predicted to do just the bare minimum needed to get promoted or win an award. Rational calculating Homo economicus will not do more than needed because it's not beneficial. But we can make this more nuanced by instead thinking that the worker faces an increasing probability of a promotion as she exerts more effort. In other words, we can replace the guaranteed pay schedule with an expected pay curve that reflects higher expected income at higher levels of effort due to greater chances of a promotion with more effort. As always, the worker's optimal effort depends on their trade-off between income and the disutility of work, so we can add a representative indifference curve. and then the optimal effort is where they can achieve the highest level of utility. Under the right circumstances, the chance of a promotion can motivate additional effort. In other words, a promotion can be an incentive device. Remembering that employees often have more than one promotion in their career raises another issue useful for HR professionals to understand. That is, employees who are looking up the career ladder can be motivated not just by the increased pay and perks from moving up one level, but also by the longer-term prospects of additional promotions. Since these additional promotions are farther into the future and are also less certain, the pay and perks need to be larger to be an incentive. This is one explanation for why executive pay is so high. That is, not only does it compensate the executive, but it also can motivate employees several rungs below on the career ladder. This also provides a more general strategic thinking lesson. Consider not only the immediate results of an action, like a promotion, but also what doors it opens to future possibilities. Lastly, let's circle back to the beginning and recall that promotions can be used to sort people into appropriate jobs and to motivate effort. Unfortunately, these two functions might clash. Professor Alan Benson has done path-breaking research highlighting the difficulties balancing the sorting and incentive purposes of promotions. This research can explain the long-standing Peter Principle that claims that workers get promoted to their level of incompetence. More specifically, this research provides strong evidence that when looking to promote someone into a sales manager job, companies frequently promote the best salesperson rather than the best potential manager. This suggests that companies frequently see the incentive role as more important than the sorting one, at least for sales positions, which in turn implies that providing effective incentives requires more than just performance-based pay. Professor Benson's research also suggests that companies recognize this tension and place less weight on sales performance when the managerial positions they will be promoted into have more responsibility. Balancing multiple tensions is often a challenge HR professionals must confront. In closing, note that the graphs apply to promotion systems via a standard. But the tensions between sorting and incentives, as well as thinking about motivating at multiple levels, apply to both types of promotion systems. In class, we'll look more closely at the motivational aspects and potential pitfalls of tournaments and contests.